The Island of Secrets. Just a few miles off the calm shores of New York sits a tiny island the public is never allowed to step on. An island surrounded by fences, warning signs, and patrol boats. Its name? Plum Island. To tourists, it looks harmless, quiet, empty, almost peaceful. But inside its walls once operated Lab 257, one of the most controversial and mysterious research facilities in American history. For decades, rumors swirled. Strange animals washing up on beaches, unexplained viruses, and scientists who refused to speak about what they had seen. And while officials denied everything, whistleblowers painted a very different picture. One full of leaks, accidents, and biological experiments that pushed beyond ethical limits. The history they don't teach about. Plum Island wasn't always a secret. It began in the Cold War, when the U.S. needed a remote, highly controlled location to research biological threats. Its official purpose? Studying livestock diseases that could wipe out America's farming industry. But as the years passed, its mission shifted, quietly and without public oversight. Documents revealed that research expanded into weaponization, foreign pathogens, and tests meant to determine how quickly diseases could spread under real-world conditions. Lab 257 became a place where dangerous ideas lived in the shadows, protected by government budgets and classified paperwork. The strange incidents nobody could explain. Local fishermen were the first to notice something was wrong. Animals began appearing along nearby beaches, creatures that looked burned, swollen, or mutated. The most famous case was the so-called Montauk monster, a bloated, hairless animal that washed ashore in 2008. Its identity was never officially confirmed. Some scientists claimed it was a raccoon, but locals insisted nothing like that ever lived around Montauk. And every time an animal appeared, authorities moved fast, removing bodies before independent experts could investigate. Residents started whispering, "It's coming from Plum Island." Inside Lab 257, what workers saw. Former employees described the inside of Lab 257 as chaotic, outdated, and unsafe. Equipment malfunctioned, air circulation systems failed, containment doors jammed. One whistleblower recalled that pathogens were stored in rusting freezers and that workers often ignored protocols because they were overworked and undertrained. Perhaps most alarming was the claim that infected animals sometimes escaped containment zones, running into hallways before being captured. Officially, none of this ever happened. Unofficially, many believe that diseases once studied inside Lab 257 may have leaked into nearby communities. The shocking shuttle and the move west. Then suddenly, after decades of secrecy, Plum Island began to wind down. The government announced that all critical research would be transferred to a more advanced facility. But leaked internal memos suggested a different reason. Too many accidents, too many near disasters, and too much risk of a public scandal. The research was not canceled. It was moved, and not just anywhere. Documents hinted at transfers to multiple classified locations, including a site that fits the description of one place more secretive than Plum Island itself, Area 51. Why Area 51? The connection they won't admit. Area 51 is famous for alien rumors, but its real secret is far more grounded. It is the perfect location for projects the government wants completely invisible. Hidden aircraft, experimental technology, and now, as some analysts believe, high-risk biological research. Satellite images from recent years show new structures, high-level biosecurity facilities, and underground chambers never publicly explained. If Plum Island's biological programs truly move to Nevada, the desert offers exactly what New York never could: absolute isolation, total secrecy, and zero civilian oversight. The disappearing whistleblowers. Those who attempted to reveal these connections often faced consequences. Several insiders who spoke about Plum Island experienced sudden job losses, surveillance, or being pressured to retract statements. One former contractor claimed he was warned not to talk about transfer operations. Another scientist vanished from the public eye after mentioning that some research went west. None of these cases were officially investigated, but all point to the same troubling pattern. Someone didn't want the story getting out. The questions that still remain. To this day, the government refuses to discuss Plum Island's darker history. Lab 257 remains closed to the public, and the fate of the pathogens, research logs, and classified experiments remains unknown. Why did so much secrecy surround a simple animal research lab? Why were multiple incidents buried instead of investigated? And why are new buildings appearing at restricted sites in Nevada that match the exact specifications of facilities once found on Plum Island? Conclusion. The silence speaks louder. Plum Island may be fading from headlines, but the mystery surrounding it is bigger than ever. Lab 257's secrets did not die. They were simply moved. And somewhere in the deserts of Nevada, behind fences and armed guards, the next chapter continues far from public eyes. Until documents are declassified or a whistleblower speaks again, the truth will remain buried in two of the most secretive places in America, Plum Island and Area 51.